Are you finding it hard to stay focused, especially as an entrepreneur? If so, in this video, I'm going to share with you 3 powerful ways on how you can stay focused as an entrepreneur. Hey, I'm Lauren Keys, and on this channel, I help creative entrepreneurs build the courage and confidence to make their business dreams a reality. So if that sounds like it's for you, hit that subscribe button. So as you guys are aware, the online space is a super distracting place to be in. So now more than ever, it is so important for you to be really focused on your goals, on your vision. Now, the first powerful tip that I want to share with you is really basic but so powerful, and it's having that clarity on your goals and on your vision. It's really important that you are very clear on what is it that I am creating here? What am I doing, right? What do I want to create here? So get clear on what you want to accomplish within the next 3 months. Now, what's going to happen here when you are clear on what you want to accomplish over the next 3 months is you're going to start to create focus for yourself. If you don't know what you're doing, what your overall vision or goal is, you are going to be scattered and you're going to be off in all sorts of directions, okay? So we want to be really clear on what we're doing. Now, I personally like to work in 3-month periods, because anytime I go over that, the general rule is you create a 12-month goal. I've thrown out all my 12 months goals. I don't work like that anymore. I work so much more better and more efficiently in these shorter time frames here of 3 months. This is very similar to the 12-week year book. I have not actually read that book, but from what I can see, what I do sort of matches up with that, and I can see why it's so powerful. So figure out, sit down and just plan out what is it that you want to create over the next 3 months, and then make sure that the actions that you are taking align with that particular goal or vision for the next 3 months. This way, you are being very intentional and you're directing focus onto the things that are actually going to create results. They're going to create the growth in your business, and you're going to start to actually see things happen. Now, the second powerful tip that I want to share with you is to stop consuming so much content. Now, this could be content on Instagram. This could be content just in general, social media, right? Stop consuming so much content and focus on creating, okay? This could also look like stop consuming so many different courses and programs and books and masterclasses, because what happens is the more you consume, the more voices and opinions you have inside your head there, it actually makes it so much more harder for you to think for yourself and actually take action. So what I see happening in the online space is people signing up to every course or program or training that's presented to them, and then they just feel really stuck. They feel really overwhelmed and they don't know what to do, because they've literally flooded their brain with so much information in such a short period of time. They don't know what to do. And I can speak from experience here, because I spent many years constantly signing up and investing into just about every course or program my coach or mentor at the time would launch. And that did not work for me, because it kept me really distracted from what I was actually doing. So I was literally pulled off into so many different directions that I was never consistent or solid with anything, and I could never actually create something or create the results that I wanted. So it's really important that you are clear with what you're creating, what you want to accomplish, and you align your actions with that. If that course that's been presented to you doesn't really align with that, you want to sort of just be aware of that and just sort of put it to the side, and maybe you can come back to it later when it's relevant to you, because a lot of the stuff that you're consuming is actually not relevant to your current and immediate goals. Does that make sense? And by the way, guys, if you're getting value from this video, hit that like button and subscribe. Information overload is a real thing, and it causes so much overwhelm, especially for those new entrepreneurs or just entrepreneurs in general. It's like we're so bombarded today with so many things coming at us, pretty much everyone's trying to sell us something in the DMs, ads, people pitching everything to us, and it's just like, it's too much. And if you don't have that laser sharp focus, you do get distracted. you go off in all directions, and you never end up creating what you actually want. And the third powerful tip that I want to share with you, this is really, really important, is be very intentional with how you are spending your day. So you might still be working at a job, or you might be studying, maybe you have kids, and so maybe you don't really have the whole day to work on your business, and that's okay. What I'm suggesting for you is whenever you do get that period of time during the day or on the weekend or whenever it is, you want to be super deliberate with what you're going to be doing in that time frame, whether it's 2 hours, 4 hours, 5 hours. Sit down before you get to work and write out what are the 3 top priorities that are just non-negotiables that are going to get completed for that day. And you want to preferably write it out so there's that brain and hand connection there. I talked about this in my other video, but I find that actually writing out what you are going to accomplish for that day is super powerful, because your brain needs direction. It needs to be told where it's going, what it's doing. If it does not have direction, it will get tugged and pulled into the numerous directions and distractions that come across it throughout the day. So I like to write this out. So every morning when I wake up, I have this, where is it? I've got this little, what is it? It's like a little diary thing. And for every single day, pretty much I write out my intentions. So I get very, very clear on what I intend to accomplish for that day. I don't do no more than 5. It's generally 3 is like the sweet spot. And then anything over that, like generally I don't always accomplish everything. I just let them go on into the next day. But I'm very, very like deliberate on, okay, these are the top 3 priorities. These are the non-negotiables, and they're going to get done. And so I find that works really, really well for me, and it just really directs my brain. So you want to make sure that you're directing your brain into where it's going and what it's going to do. Now, guys, the power of what I have shared with you today is something that I had to learn over years of being in entrepreneurship, and especially jumping into the online space and being bombarded with so much information, so many voices, so many amazing courses and programs just coming at me. And guess what? I signed up to all of them, and I invested a lot of time, energy, and money into those things. But ultimately, they weren't aligned with my overall bigger vision. And so I'm sharing this with you from lived experience, okay? You need to be very, very clear on what you are going to create, what you're wanting to accomplish. You need to be focused with what you're giving your time and attention to, consuming less information, less content. And then you need to be focused every day on taking some sort of like little, it can be just like a really tiny action that's building your business. It doesn't have to be anything massive. It could literally be creating a social media post, or maybe editing your reel or your video, or just something, because these small steps are going to just like, they're going to compound and add up over time. I don't know if you guys can see Atomic Habits, this book here. This book is amazing because it really shows you how small actions over time, they really build up to create something incredible. Now, when you have this level of clarity and focus, you are going to be able to stay focused on your goals. You are going to start to notice that you create consistency in your life and business, and you're going to be able to finally create results, make the money you want, and actually start to build something here. The more you give your attention to things that don't align with your overall goals and vision, you're getting distracted, okay? Like I said at the beginning of this video, the online space is just, it's really, really distracting, and it's so easy to get swayed off path. It's so easy to sign up to things that we don't actually need to sign up for now. Like if you're just starting out your brand new business, like you're at the very beginning, you do not need to be learning about email marketing just yet. You do not need to be learning about how to build a funnel yet. Do you know what I'm saying? And yet we get so distracted because of the promises. Oh, you can make $1 million with a funnel, or if you do this and send these kind of emails out, you're going to make, all this money. And it's like, let's just get clear on what we're doing, okay? If you're just starting out in your brand new business, the next 3 months is going to be focused on building the foundation, getting clear on your vision. Is going to be figuring out who you want to work with, who your ideal clients, ideal audience members are. It's going to then be about having that clarity around the kind of content that you're going to create to call in those people and build the audience. So funnels and all that extra cool fun stuff, yeah, it's important. You don't have to have funnels, but that can come later. So that's why I'm really stressing the point here of work in 3-month intervals, because it just really gives you that super laser focus. Now, this video is actually going to be a part of my massive clarity and focus video series. So be sure to subscribe to my channel so you can get notified when that next video comes out.